Welcome to the BBC. We are now on Tobit 5. So if you are new to this channel, then please go check out this playlist right here. And then come back here after you've watched all the other Tobits for Tobit 5. Before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button and that like button. It lets YouTube know that content like this should be going out to more people like you or like me. I don't know if there's anybody out there like me. I'm so alone. So let's recap. Tobit is just done. He's just done. And now he's bestowed all of his knowledge, all of his wisdom, everything he's learned about the commandments and God's ways, and he's just pouring it onto his son, Tobias. And that's where we are right now. Tobias then answered and said, "Father, I will do all things which thou hast commanded me, but how can I receive the money, seeing I know him not?" Then he gave him the handwriting and said unto him, "Seek thee a man which may go with thee while I yet live, and I will give him wages, and go and receive money." So what's happening here is that Tobit has an outstanding debt with someone, and Tobias is going to go collect it. But obviously Tobias has never met the person, so Tobit is making preparations for him to go collect this money. Therefore, when he went to seek a man, he found Raphael, that was an angel, but he knew not. And he said unto him, "Canst thou go with me to Rages? And knowest thou those places well?" To whom the angel said, "I will go with thee, and I know the way well, for I have lodged with our brother Gebel." Then Tobias said unto him, "Tarry for me, till I tell my father." Then he said unto him, "Go, and tarry not." So he went in and said to his father, "Behold, I have found one which will go with me." Then he said, "Call him unto me, that I may know of what tribe he is, and whether he be a trusty man to go with thee." So Tobias is going to look for help, and he comes across Raphael the angel, and he's like, "Hey, would you be able to help me? And do you know this stuff over here?" And he's like, "Yeah, bro, I can do this. So he goes to tell his dad about this. So he called him, and he came in, and they saluted one another.
Doctor?
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 Then Tobit said unto him, "Brother, show me of what tribe and family thou art." To whom he said, "Dost thou seek for a tribe or family, or an hired man to go with thy son?" Then Tobit said to him, "I would know, brother, thy kindred and name." So Tobit is like, "I need to know you come from good stock." And Raphael's like, "Do you really need to know that, or are you just trying to hire somebody for your son?" But Tobit's like, "No, I need to know you. I need to know that I can trust you. That you're not just some strange person." Then he said, "I am Azarias, the son of Aninus, the great, and thy brethren." I'm not sure why Raphael told him a different name than what he is, his name, but he did. And the name Azarias or Azariah means Yah has helped. So here it is. He's answering the call. He's helping Tobit. He's helping Tobias. And eventually he's going to be helping Sarah. So yeah, that name is fitting. I'm just not sure why he didn't tell him his name was Raphael then. Then Tobit said, "Thou art welcome, brother. Be not now angry with me, because I have inquired to know thy tribe and thy family, for thou art my brother of honest and good stock. For I know Aninus and Jonathas, sons of the great Shemaiah, as we went together to Jerusalem to worship, and offered the firstborn and the tenths of the fruits, and they were not seduced with the error of our brethren. My brother, thou art of good stock." What he is talking about there is the prescribed place for worship that we can find in Deuteronomy 12, starting in verse 1. "These are the statutes and judgments which ye shall be careful to observe in the land which the Lord God of your fathers is giving you to possess all the days that you live on the earth. You shall utterly destroy all the places where the nations which you shall dispossess serve their gods, on the high mountains and on the hills and under every green tree, and you shall destroy their altars, break their sacred pillars, and burn their wooden images with fire. You shall cut down the carved images of their gods and destroy their names from that place. You shall not worship the Lord your God with such things, but you shall seek the place where the Lord your God chooses out of all your tribes to put his name for his dwelling place, and there you shall go. There you shall take your burnt offerings, your sacrifices, your tithes, the heave offerings of your hand, your vow offerings, your freewill offerings, and the firstborn of your herds and flocks. And there you shall eat before the Lord your God, and you shall rejoice in all to which you have put your hand, you and your households, in which the Lord your God has blessed you. So Tobit is saying that he went to Jerusalem and worshipped with the same people that Raphael is saying that he's related to. So somebody is lying here. I don't know. Maybe an angel is related to humans. I don't know. I doubt it, but it could be. So maybe he just knew of these people so that Tobit would trust him. Or maybe Tobit's just trying to save face. Oh, I know those people. Yeah, we partied together over in Jerusalem. Yep. Either which way, Tobias now trusts Raphael. But tell me, what wages shall I give thee? Wilt thou a drachm a day, and things necessary as to mine own son? Yea, moreover, if ye return safe, I will add something to thy wages. So they were well pleased. Then said he to Tobias, Prepare thyself for the journey, and God send you a good journey. And when his son had prepared all things for the journey, his father said, Go thou with this man and God, which dwelleth in heaven. Prosper your journey, and the angel of God keep you company. So they went forth both, and the young man's dog with them. So Tobit gives Tobias his permission to go with Raphael. And I know it says go with this angel, but it's basically like saying a guardian angel. He doesn't actually know that Raphael is Raphael. So he's not saying that he's the angel. He's saying that go with this man, go with God, and your guardian angel will protect you, who just happens to be Raphael. But Anna his mother wept and said to Tobit, Why hast thou sent away our son? Is he not the staff of our hand in going in and out before us? Why'd you send him away? He supports us. You're blind, dude. I'm having to do women's work. He helps the family. Why did you send our son away? Be not greedy to add money to money, but let it be a refuse in respect of our child. For that which the Lord hath given us to live with doth suffice us. She's like, don't worry about that money. We have enough to get by. Then said Tobit to her, Take no care, my sister. He shall return in safety, and thine eyes shall see him. For the good angel will keep him company, and his journey shall be prosperous, and he shall return safe. Then she made an end of weeping. He said, don't worry about it. It ain't a thing. You're going to see him again. All right? He's with the stranger we just met. He's with God. He's got a guardian angel. It's all gravy. So what can we take away from this? So the thing that pops in my mind is entertaining angels. This wasn't exactly him taking care of the angel, but he was willing to pay him to do work for him. He was willing to take care of his needs along this journey. Hebrews 13 verses 1 and 2. Let brotherly love continue. Do not forget to entertain strangers, for by doing so, some have unwittingly entertained angels. That's so cool. We see that Abraham does the same thing in Genesis. Genesis 18, starting in verse 1. Then the Lord appeared to him by the terebinth trees of Mamre, as he was sitting in the tent door in the heat of the day. So he lifted his eyes and looked, and behold, 3 men were standing by him. And when he saw them, he ran from the tent door to meet them, and bowed himself to the ground, and said, My Lord, If I have now found favor in your sight, do not pass on by your servant. Please let a little water be brought, and wash your feet, and rest yourselves under the tree. And I will bring a morsel of bread, that you may refresh your hearts. After that you may pass by, inasmuch as you have come to your servant. They said, do as you have said. So Abraham hurried into the tent to Sarah and said, quickly, make ready 3 measures of fine meal, knead it and make cakes. And Abraham ran to the herd, take a tender and a good calf, gave it to a young man, and he hastened to prepare it. So he took butter and milk and the calf which he had prepared, and set it before them, and he stood by them under the tree as they ate. Then he said to him, where is Sarah your wife? So he said, here in the tent. And he said, I will certainly return to you according to the time of life, and behold, Sarah your wife shall have a son. Sarah was listening in the tent door which was behind him. Now Abraham and Sarah were old, well advanced in age, and Sarah had passed the age of childbearing. Then Sarah laughed within herself, saying, after I have grown old, shall I have pleasure, my Lord being old also? And the Lord said to Abraham, why did Sarah laugh, saying, shall I surely bear a child, since I am old? Is anything too hard for the Lord? At the appointed time I will return to you, according to the time of life, and Sarah shall have a son. But Sarah denied it, saying, I did not laugh, for she was afraid. And he said, no, but you did laugh. Then the men rose from there and looked towards Sodom, and Abraham went with them to send them on their way. And the Lord said, shall I hide from Abraham what I am doing? Since Abraham shall surely become a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth shall be pleased in him. For I have known him in order that he may command his children and his household after him, that they may keep the way of the Lord, to do righteousness and justice, that the Lord may bring Abraham what he has spoken to him. And the Lord said, because the outcry against Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grave, I will go down now and see whether they have done altogether according to the outcry against it that has come to me, and if not, I will know. Then the men turned away from there and went towards Sodom, but Abraham still stood before the Lord. So there was 3 men that came with Abraham. One of them stayed to talk to him, and 2 of them left. Let's go to chapter 19. 19 verse 1. Now the 2 angels came to Sodom in the evening, and Lot was sitting in the gate of Sodom. When Lot saw them, he rose to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. So I always thought it would be cool to entertain angels. I make music, but I don't think that that's what they're talking about. But if there are angels that love hip-hop, then I am their guy. But I always thought it would be cool that if I handed a sandwich to a homeless person, and then he goes, bless you, child of Yah, and then he like sprouts wings and then flies off, that would be dope. It would sort of be like a secret shopper. Yeah, I've always wanted that. So the key here is to be kind and hospitable. The angels that we read about in Genesis were on their way to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. And those towns had some issues. And in Ezekiel, it lists those issues. Look, this was the iniquity of your sister Sodom. She and her daughter had pride, fullness of food, and abundance of idleness. Neither did she strengthen the hand of the poor and the needy. And they were haughty and committed abomination before me. Therefore I took them away as I saw fit. So yes, it does mention the thing that they are famous for. I'm not talking about the local cuisine. However, it also lists things like pride and lack of hospitality. And that's before it mentions the thing that they are famous for. That's how seriously Yah takes hospitality. So yeah, angels are sort of like secret shoppers. And you do not want to get a bad report on that one. Matthew 10 verses 5 through 15. These 12 Yeshua sent out and commanded them, saying, do not go into the way of the Gentiles, and do not enter a city of the Samaritans, but rather go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, and as you go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out demons. Freely you have received, freely give. Provide neither gold, nor silver, nor copper in your money belts, nor bag for your journey, nor 2 tunics, nor sandals, nor staffs, for a worker is worthy of his food. Now whatever city or town you enter, inquire who in it is worthy, and stay there till you go out. And when you go into a household, greet it. If the household is worthy, let your peace come upon it. But if it is not worthy, let your peace return to you. And whoever will not receive you, nor hear your words, when you depart from that house or city, shake off the dust from your feet. Assuredly, I say to you, it will be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city. He's saying, if these towns aren't willing to take care of you, then I want nothing to do with them. That's how serious he takes hospitality and kindness. And that's really been the theme of Tobit so far. To be hospitable and generous and kind. And we see that our Messiah wants the same thing. So if we're not doing this, we're not doing what he wants. So that is the teaching that I have for you guys today. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, or emotional outbursts, make sure to leave them in the comments below. Until next time, stay blessed. Peace.